Hey everyone, I thought I'd jump on here with some thoughts related to the study we just finished while we're in this little break. If any of you are using the Lexio 365 app, you will have run across this passage last week. Last Thursday, the reading was from Matthew 18. Specifically verses 23 through 27, although that's part of a larger passage there. But it's that story about the servant who has this enormous debt with the master. And the whole point of the story is that he asks for grace, receives it, but then does not extend it to his fellow servants. But the reading that day focused just on the first few verses, the interchange between this servant and his master. And it strikes me that this servant illustrates what we were talking about multiple times during the How Jesus Saves series. The fact that we often have an inadequate understanding of just how serious our sin problem is. The servant owes an amount that in our day would probably be equal to tens of millions of dollars. We have no idea how a servant accrued that much debt, but we certainly know that a servant or a slave had no way to pay that back. And yet what the slave asks for in verse 26 of Matthew 18 is patience, which, when you think about it, is really just asking for the postponement of the inevitable punishment, because there is no way that this servant could possibly come up with the millions of dollars needed to cancel his debt. His self-confidence was deeply misplaced, and it led him to ask for the wrong thing. But the master understood the servant's need, and rather than granting him patience, what he gave him was compassion. Verse 27, release from his debt, forgiveness, abundant, amazing grace. And that is exactly what we are in need of, not patience, but grace. Forgiveness, to deal with sin's effects, which are far beyond our own capacity to remedy. And so I want to just share with you the prayer that was part of the Lectio devotion that morning. Lord, I yield myself today to your boundless generosity and kindness, knowing that there is nothing I can do to earn your mercy. I come to you now just as I am. It's a prayer of trust in the effectiveness of Jesus' sacrifice to deal with the heart of my problem. So I just leave that word with you. If you're not using the Lectio 365 app for those daily morning and evening readings, maybe something you want to explore. You can read those devotionals or you can listen to them read, most of the time in lovely British accents. So I encourage you to explore that app. It's Lectio, Lectio 365.